good afternoon, and good evening, and welcome to the Russul JoneszShow. And of course, I'm Russul. First and foremost, I'd like to thank you for inviting me into your house via cell phone, via television, via computer, via whatever you watching me on, because I really appreciate you watching me. And before I get started with my show, I'd like to give a big shout out to Michael Lamont and Alicia and all the people who put that Hampton Roads to Hollywood's networking event on the other day. I enjoyed myself. I networked my butt off. I love me some networking. It tastes so good. I just love networking. But before I go on and ramble about what happened that night, I just like to say thank you for doing that for the community. And please do a couple more of those, because I love networking. You know, I just like talking to people and finding out new things about people. But like I said, thank you for doing that for the community. It was a great job. Now, we're going to move on to our Facebook post of the day. It goes out to that person who says, tired of unhealthy advice in the mainstream media. I need to find a way to do something about it. I'm not going to tell you who said it. I'm going to keep it anonymous. But just to let you know, hey, don't even worry about it, bro. Don't even worry about it. Mainstream media going to be here for a long time. That's why I call it mainstream media. You ain't going to be able to do nothing about it. So, hey, just be careful of what you take in. You know, whether you're watching that CNN or watching them internet blogs and stuff like that, but make sure you keep in tune with Russul Jones. Russul Jones is just going to keep it on the real. I'm just going to just tell you like it is. But like I said, the advice for you is, hey, just be careful of what you read and listen to, bro. Alright? Let's keep this moving. We're going to go to the NFL. This weekend, it's a wild card round. You got about 4 games this weekend, and I'm going to tell you who Russell going to pick. And now, let me tell you something. You can gamble on my picks if you want to, but, hey, these are the teams I like, okay? So, if you want to gamble and you win some money and I pick your team, please give Russell a call and give me a little bit of that change. Alright? I appreciate it. Now, we got the Bengals versus the Texans. Boy, oh boy, that's going to be a nice matchup, because that boy Jerome doing flips for the Cincinnati Bengals into the end zone, and I don't see Texans doing any flips. So guess what? Guess who I'm going to pick? I'm going to pick the Bengals. Yeah, the Bengals going to win. They're going to win by a small margin, but hey, they're going to advance into the next round. Now, the next team that I'm going to pick, the next game is the New Orleans Saints versus them Detroit Lions. They've been rolling all this season. Boys been kicking people in the helmets, just throwing people into the ground and acting like they didn't know it happened. And Dominican Sue, he's a vicious boy. But I'm going to let you know something. Them Saints are a little bit more vicious. That boy Drew Brees been passing up some stuff. So I'm going to let you know, I like the fact that the Lions got in the playoffs. You guys did a good job. But I'm going to say do a better job next year. It looks like that you might be one and done. So we're going to go with the New Orleans Saints with Drew Brees. And now we're going to move on to the Falcons and the New York Giants. Falcons, Matt Ryan, you got a great arm. But I'm going to tell you what, defense wins championships. So guess who I'm going to pick? I'm going to pick the New York Giants. Them boys been coming with that pass rush, been smashing up some stuff. So hey, sorry Matt, but that defense is so sound that's coming from the New York Giants. And my last pick of the day is that game, the Pittsburgh Steelers versus the Broncos. Tim Tebow, it looks like your T is going to be bold this weekend. You're going to be Tebow this weekend, because them Pittsburgh Steelers, Troy Polamalu and all that here going to be in your face and you ain't gonna be able to understand what's going on. So you might just go ahead and take a kneel and go ahead and pray right now for a nice victory. Because that boy Pittsburgh, remember them days of the Iron Curtain, the Steel Curtain, or whatever type of curtain they had? Look like they're gonna bring that again. Big Ben was injured at the end of the season for a little while, but hey, he got some rest. I'm sorry, T-Bone Company. You just been T-boned by the Pittsburgh Steelers, and those are my picks for the weekend. I appreciate that. So hey, you win a little money off them games, hey, hit me up. The movie I saw yesterday was a short film by that boy Lamont Ferguson. It's called Saving Grace, and it had that girl Lanisha, the one that did the Hampton Road show. She was in there. The Lamont Ferguson was in there. Derek Johnson. That movie was a good movie, and I'm just gonna tell you, look it up on the internet. Saving Grace. That movie had a lot of action in it. That boy tried to save this girl from running the streets, but she couldn't stop running the streets. But I can't tell you what happened at the end. But check it out. It's called Saving Grace. And let me let you see this trailer. You tell me what you think about Saving Grace.
And your name is? Grace. Grace?
I want the rest of my money by tomorrow, or you got life problems. You understand that? Get out of here and go get it then.
Mom, can you go to the park today?
Now, how was that trailer? Now, don't that trailer look good? That trailer was on point. But I'm going to let you know, Saving Grace was a hot short film. Quote of the day: if you're going to go out like a champ, make sure you train to become one first. So like I said, if you're going to go out like a champ in life, make sure you train and become a champ first before you go out like that, okay? So, hey, Russul Jones, appreciate y'all watching.